Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. So it's the new moon video that we're doing today. I've got moon cards out again. I'll just give them a quick shuffle and then we'll see what comes out today. Right, here we go. So spirit guides of love and light, the highest vibration and greatest good. Pretty please can you tell me what the energies of the new moon is? That was a bit premature. Thank you. Right, let's see what we've got. Okay, so we have got some repeat cards, quite a few energies returning from previous times. So we have will, sorry, the ring light. We have pleasure. We have boundaries. We have darkness. We have release. And we have patience. Okay, so I'll just tune in for a sec and then we will see what the energies are for everybody with the new moon. Okay, I've had a bit of a quick look at these cards. Okay, so I've got two different energies mainly, like I have been through the other videos, but I'm going to do like this as two readings. So some of you are like chasing goals and some of you are not still. So I'll go through it as those of you who are chasing goals first, and then I'll go through it as those of you who are not still, or other energies sort of thing will be the second one as well. So with this willpower card, for those of you chasing goals, there is like this energy of balance that's needed. So yes, you are going after your goals and very good, well done. But there's the pleasure cards come straight after, so it's more like you are chasing your goals, great, you're making positive steps, definitely, but you do need to make sure that you're balancing. You're not just like hustle or work. You're definitely making time to maybe see friends, chill, eat properly, like just look after yourself sort of thing, because you do need to have that like decent balance. Otherwise, like you'll just be working so hard for something and it'll make you ill. That might be why I'm feeling so rough today. So yeah, if I have a bad channeling day, then it's because I am very much a Virgo and I am very much like work. Goals sort of thing. I am a typical Virgo in that sense. Okay. So any other bit of energies I'm picking up with that willpower, anything particular, please? Okay, so I spent a moment just seeing if there was anything to do with this will card that the guides, angels wanted to tell me. And they said we're working like clockwork with this will card, and we're not sort of doing it in a healthy way. So it said clockwork delusional, okay? So it means like the way you're working so hard for these things, it's not good for you. Like it's the way you're thinking of obtaining these goals is not the way that you should be moving forward. It's more like with the pleasure card, raise your vibration and then things will like magnetize to you. So the happier you are, the longer you can stay in those high vibrations, the more energies that are positive will come into you as well. So everyone knows like the law of attraction, it's essentially that. Okay, so I'll go on to boundaries. So boundaries, this card speaks of very much about creating boundaries, but there is an energy this new moon of like resetting boundaries. Okay, so maybe you didn't establish a boundary before previously, or you didn't set it well enough, and now it's time to reset that or reestablish that in a way that maybe you thought it was good enough before, but now it needs to improve. Okay, so this can be in anything. Like I feel like for some of you it's sort of like relationships and family-ish, but But also I'm picking up on the energy for those of you goal chasers, that this card means boundaries with yourself. Like you need to like firmly concrete in some time for yourself, so where you will rest and you will chill out, because that's just not healthy. Okay. Okay, so now we have the darkness card, and this is very much about either shadow work or going within and sort of establishing like ways forward. Like you're working, it's like the Hermit card in tarot. So you're gonna go in, internalize and think things through, plan, strategize for these goals that you're going after. Okay. So it is like, so far this reading is very much like create a balance, you're doing well, keep going, but you just need to do some fine tuning. Okay. There's also this release card. There's a lot of like energy that you're holding on to, so like habits and things like that you're holding on to that hasn't served you, or isn't serving you the same as it did in like the past. So basically, as human beings, we will create habits that work for us in a certain time. Say it was like a rough time, like a rough relationship, but say that partner wanted you to do things in a certain way. So for you to feel comfortable, you've done things in a certain way, for example. But now we've moved forward, we're in the future since then, or the present right now, and now you've got to form new habits so that you can move forward. Okay, so these old habits are not serving you that you've learnt previously, and now we're moving forward into new habits. We've got to work out how to develop these new habits to start stepping forward and bettering ourselves, essentially. Okay, so that's what this release card is trying to tell you to do. But there's also, with this last card, patience. Okay, there is like, this card speaks a lot about patience through the work that you've been doing. Okay, in whatever sort of endeavor that you are doing. For some of you, it'll be relationships. Some of you, it's business, career, whatever. It can literally be anything. This, because it's just a moon reading. Whatever your goals are, health and fitness, you know. But like, it's reminding you to have patience with this process, because a lot of us will set an unrealistic expectation for ourselves, especially with health and fitness. Like we think, oh yeah, if I go onto this diet for a week, I'll lose like 6 pounds. Well, realistically, that's not doable for everyone. Okay. I know from experience, I've experimented with loads of different stuff for losing weight. So just give yourself credit. Like, this is a journey. It's not like a instant gratification sort of journey. It's a long but steady process, but it's going in the right direction. Okay. So you just don't beat yourself up about it, because I feel like some of us do. I definitely do. You're not the only one, sort of thing. But just maybe step back from the situation, the goal that you've got, and think realistically about it. Okay. Otherwise things get unhealthy and we try too hard or not enough, we procrastinate, sort of thing, and then we fall off the bandwagon one way or another. Okay, so just sort of re-strategize this next 15 days, 16 days. I think the full moon is on the 16th of April. Yeah, re-strategize, pick up some finer details to go after your goals, and then go from there. See how like that helps you, because this is essentially the energies right now. Okay, so for you guys that are not particularly goal chasing, I'm going to read it for you now. Okay, so willpower. This feels definitely like obviously a lack of willpower, really, but it feels like for some of you, your willpower is just sort of depleted, and pleasure, you've also depleted a little bit for some of you. feel like for some of you, with this will and pleasure together in the non-goal chasing group of yous, it's more like you've gone in a bit of a downhill spiral, and this is like an answer sort of thing. So you've got a lack of willpower, but pleasure is the answer. Like, it's going to get your willpower back. So because you've been imbalanced, you've had lack of willpower, so that's the lower scale. But this pleasure's depleted as well. But to raise this one, you're going to have to raise the pleasure as well, so you can get back into a higher vibrational balance, and then move on and help yourself. Okay. Also, with this boundaries card for those non-goal chasers sort of energy, it is a reason sort of thing that because you've had a lack of boundaries, and those boundaries, maybe they weren't strong enough, or maybe they weren't sort of pushed forward by yourself, they weren't reinforced by yourself, sort of thing. Those boundaries have sort of maybe not served you, and now you're in this like lack of willpower sort of stage, and you're not moving forward, and you're feeling a bit down sort of thing, or stuck or something like that. So it does feel like you need to set those boundaries, maybe set them higher, maybe make them a bit more clearer for whoever you need to put boundaries against, or whatever you need to put boundaries against, because sometimes that's ourselves, especially with like losing weight, for example. But yeah, just make sure that you're maybe looking at those boundaries, why they did or didn't work, and then move forward from there. Okay, with this darkness card, like I said before, you've got to create these boundaries, and you've got to think internally why they have or haven't worked, essentially. Okay, just like think of it as someone else, like, or like what I've been doing recently, for example, and this really gives me a good kick in the bum to go what for like my goals, and it's what would my best self tell me to do right now so that I would move forward, and it's actually working. So if I'm like, oh, I'm a very bad procrastinator, like I'll just sort of go, oh, I don't know how to move forward, so I'm not going to move forward at all. So lately I've been saying, I don't know how to move forward, but what would my higher self say to me? What would the littlest step be if I was giving myself advice, say, from a year or so in the future? What would I say to myself, for example? And maybe just think of it like in that sense. And it does help a bit, because it's just such a little step, but it makes a big impact, and it gives you that little confidence boost that you maybe are needing. Okay. With this release card for you, people stuck with your goals, this feels like whatever this imbalance was in the first place, that has been created through lack of boundaries, then you need to sort of release what's happened and how you've acted, sort of thing, so that you can move forward. Whether that's your fault or someone else's, you need to sort of start moving on. For some of you, I'm particularly picking up on this is relationships and work, co-workers sort of boundaries, and obviously relationships is self-explanatory. And then patience, obviously, like, these things ain't gonna fix overnight, right? This, like, we get out of balance and we get in ruts because of like silly habits that we haven't re-established. Okay, so when we get into these bad habits that maybe we've created so that they serve us at the time, so maybe like 5 months ago we created this habit that helped us at the time for whatever reason, but now we're in the future from then, and now that good habit that was a good habit now, like then, sorry, is not serving us anymore, so we need to create a new good habit. Okay, because otherwise we never move forward and we carry on being imbalanced and we carry on in a rut and we don't help ourselves move forward. And that is probably my best advice I've got for you right now. For anyone who wants anything in their life, I will take my own advice too. Also, as a sort of on the top of this quick moon reading, there is a lot of purpley blue energy. So, but there is a yellow, and there is like a pinky red. Okay, so for a lot of this energy, this is very much like mindset sort of thing. And then you've got your root chakra energy, which is the red color, which is your tailbone, sort of lowest butt area, if you like. But that root chakra holds energies particularly involving money. So the boundaries card, put boundaries in for money particularly. Now you just need to put your foot down and be like, no, this is mine, or this goes this way, or whatever, because you can't be like digging yourself a hole your whole life, you know, not learning those financial lessons, for example. That is an energy I'm particularly picking up on. With the yellow solar plexus, I'm feeling like the yellow energy in these cards, okay? I mean, that might not look so yellow on your screen. It looks a bit brown to me from that screen, but it's yellowy. It feels like a lack of confidence in yourself has brought upon this. Like you've not set boundaries because of a lack of confidence. And obviously with the purple and the bluey sort of energy, you've got like this mindset change that you just need to move, like tweak slowly, and then you'll get like your confidence back and you'll sort out your financial problems, for example. Okay, those are the main energies that I'm pinpointing, but obviously that applies to anything in our whole life. So these colors as well, so for the yellow, you can, it's like your belly area, so it could be like weight loss, for example. You might not have had confidence or the right tools, like mindfully, to lose weight, for example. With the root chakra, you might have had like something a bit more deep-seated, like grief or something, to stop you losing weight, for example. So it literally can be applied to anything. Obviously, if you want me to apply this to anything particular for these energies, and you want me to like explain things in like a, say, fitness way, or like a teaching way, or business way, or something like that, then do message me and I'll just send you a little paragraph or whatever of how it applies to your situation. I don't mind doing that because, you know, I'm nice. But thank you very much for watching. If this is helpful to you today, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you can follow me on social media, my links are below if you want. I have competitions and things like that on my Facebook and Instagram, but mainly my Facebook, just because it's easier. And yeah, so I have other links down there as well. So if you want to support my channel or anything like that, there's a Ko-fi link and there's PayPal. But yeah, no obligation, obviously. It's just appreciated if you could help me. But then I can carry on getting some extra cards and have more time to do it and things like that, okay? But thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate you being here today. Have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video, which is the weekly energy. So I think it's the 27th to like the 2nd of April, which will be the weekly energy next. But yeah, I'll see you in that video. Bye.